Previously on Describe Your Kill.
A shining paladin steps in the way, barring his way. It turns him back. Lupin has envisioned the paladin card.
I thought he was dead!
The Mukradi looks down as its body coils and writhes and moves back into the room.
If Erodeth doesn't give up the stopper stairs, then she's next in line.
Lord Drustand, surrounded by a cavalry of horsemen, archers, and devils, will be here. It seems, Aradeth, you acquaint yourselves with holders of possessions which I desire. Lord Drustand, your insolence shall be punished.
And he screams, "Let's do this!"
Hello, everybody. It is episode 40 of Stolen Fate, The Death of Destiny. Welcome back to Describe Your Kill.
Let's go.
40
already. And could it be the last episode?
No.
If we all die now, are you just quitting the show?
That's it. We're done.
Yeah.
New AP and someone else will be GMing and editing.
It has become quite stale. Let's.
There'll also be cast member changes. That's just
we didn't mention in the early episodes when the character dies, you die in real life.
Yeah.
Craig comes to your house.
Make sure of it, yeah.
What was that really bad film where I think it was if the phone rang and you picked it up? Or no, there was a videotape you had to watch. And if you watched
The
it...
Ring.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, quite
You're
famous
not calling
film.
The Ring really bad. That's a bold
It was
claim.
a scary film.
No, not bad film. As in the...
The intense film.
Yeah. Ring was
Yeah.
quite scary. No, I'm sure there was another one, though. There was like a videotape going around. Or was that still The Ring?
That was The Ring, yeah.
Showing your age.
Honestly,
Wasn't there a Ring 2 as well?
Honestly, you turned
There
just
was.
40 and now look.
fucking hell, I know. Honestly, has been a long few days. I don't often complain about being tired,
What
but
was
it
that
has
motion picture about the VHS video?
It was a talkie, if I remember.
Yeah, talking. If you watched it, you died in 7 days.
It's a film about a haunted wax cylinder.
I was going to carry over hero points. I might not tonight now.
I hope you don't. I haven't got any.
I did go and watch a Deadpool Wolverine yesterday. I don't know if anyone's seen it.
Ooh,
Yeah,
no,
sorry.
I do want to,
Yeah.
though.
What did you think?
But it was fun.
Yeah, that was my review.
Supposed to be.
Yeah,
That was
It was
fun.
fun. It was
Bit of
fun.
fun.
Well, I don't think it's a good film, but it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, the Norwich Odeon has now got the Lux seats in it, which are full armchair in like blocks of 2 with full electric recline capabilities.
And only slightly less stained than the ones in
I was
front.
just going to say, yeah. Ooh,
It's fairly new, so I think it was fairly clean still. But, oh, God. Also, just another little wedding story last night. Chris, you're married, aren't you? You married?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years happily married.
I just want to...
We've been married 15, though.
Boy, have we got a surprise for you.
They did the first dance, and obviously we weren't playing it, but they did the whole choreographed slow dance thing. Did you do that, Chris? Did you do the choreography?
Mine wasn't too choreographed, but I did mix a version of I'm Sexy and I Know It. It was an acoustic version into like the real song. So it started off nice and slow, and then we got everybody on the dance floor for a bit of a rave afterwards.
Who remixed
not
it? Was it
choreographed.
something that was out there?
Yeah, it was something I found on YouTube.
That's the most Chris first dance you can possibly imagine. I love it.
Every single week I log in here and the puzzle that is Chris Bark just
Gets bigger.
yeah.
I really hope you downloaded it rather than just sort of streamed the audio. Because halfway through your first wedding dance, you get an advert for Wix.
Yeah, no.
BetterHelp.com. Oh, I love it.
Did you not play at your wedding, Craig? Did you play at your wedding?
Play at my own wedding? No,
Yeah.
God, no. I did get up
Oh,
on
I
stage,
did.
which was a disaster, but
Oh, was it? Okay.
Speaking of wedding songs, is when I got married, is I found out what my first dance song was as it started. It was
that's
"Don't Want to
nice.
Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith. I hate that song.
And now he's divorced. Yeah.
I didn't know you were married, Jason.
Very accurate.
Oh, so she didn't tell you. So this is your ex-wife, I assume.
This is my ex-wife.
Oh, I didn't know where this was going. Right, let's strap in.
That's the genuine story. Is I was not allowed any involvement in the wedding planning whatsoever. So yeah, I found out literally as the first dance started, and it's like the first few notes rang out, and it's like, oh no.
Oh, no.
I could stay awake.
Oh god, it literally sent shivers down my spine just now.
Well, last night they had choreographed the dance. The guy had told me the groom this is, and she clearly was a dancer of some considerable skill compared to the guy who was shuffling around like an old man at a nursing home. So that's fine. A bit cringe. Everyone's like, oh, it's nice, whatever. He picked her up a few times. Great. Then what they hadn't told him is that at the halfway point, and here's a word I've not used for some time, flash mob.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
And apologies if the couple in question are listening. I did tell them about it. Well, that's how I use the gigs now as a platform to promote Describe Your Gigs.
Craig Perry and the Dicks.
Oh God. And yeah, they did this flash mob, and it was 25 women had all learnt the moves for this thing to Voulez-Vous by ABBA. But the circle of people watching were very close, and being very British, they weren't really sort of whooping and hollering. They all kind of just stood there very close to the bride who's doing this full interpretive dance to Voulez-Vous whilst everyone just stood there slightly awkwardly.
Oh
So
my
orcs.
god.
It was painful.
Amazing.
Did I tell you about the sort of gypsy wedding I went to once?
Nope.
So, talking of weddings, basically everything was going fine, and then all of a sudden, these police men and women burst in and go and we're here to shut the wedding down, and I shit you not. Probably about 5 or 6 people like ducked under the marquee and like bolted it out of the door, like because they maybe had some contraband on them. I'm not sure, but the police were there for them, and then it turned into them being actually like opera singers and just singing.
Oh, okay.
So it was like policemen burst in, nicking the bride, nicking the groom or whatever, and then just turned into, and it was like a surprise. I don't think the couple knew about it, but it was a surprise from like the mother-in-law or something. And it was unwelcome. But yeah, these
Putting
these
police
blokes
officer impersonators at a gypsy Romany wedding is probably not the best idea, is it?
Yeah, it was incredibly funny. Like, it's so funny.
You'd want danger money, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
God. Anyone else got any wedding
So
stories
good.
they want to get out of the system? No? Camones, when's the big day for you?
Oh yeah, last week I didn't tell you.
Oh.
Shows your ring.
Oh, hello.
Hold on, where's my self-defense tool?
I've got the Rod of Wonder in hand, don't worry.
Oh, wow. What a session last week. Obviously, the truly epic conclusion to the Mukradi fight. And despite going off plan A, plan B, and everything in between, Wilhelm and Lupin, both very close to death, managed to escape. You all escaped from the elevated chamber. And as I said, I will allow you to roll over those hero points for that epic victory. So you will start tonight's session with 2.
Yes.
Honestly, I think if Jason and I were in the same room, I think he would have killed, like, literally killed me. I could see it on the screen, his eyes just etching into mine, like.
Was it you who went off plan, Chris? Because you can't really tell from the
Apparently
audio.
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jason was very restrained not to point the finger because it wasn't
He was.
clear whose plan they'd gone off. I mean, I
The
had
thing
an
is, the
inkling.
The plan didn't include me or Matty, really, because we were just going to end up on a road outside.
okay.
Well, because we
That was
were
kind of
already
the whole
out of the
thing,
room.
yeah.
That was the thing. It was like, yeah, you guys stay out of danger.
I didn't want to stay
Yeah.
on
Well,
the
that's
road.
hence why I stayed where I was, and then next thing I know, Malachi's climbing over me over the rope. I'm gonna get back in there. Gotta have a little peek.
It was almost perfectly, if you'd like counted the entire WhatsApp conversation we'd had and everything, it basically was Leroy Jenkins. He just came in afterwards and went, right, boys, what are we doing? Let's go get this fucker.
It was when he said, I heal Wilhelm, we went through this whole thing, and then Command quietly goes, just to say that if you do that, I probably will die next turn. That's plan F. Okay. But you did escape. You did. It was
Yeah,
probably the most epic moment we've had, which was wonderful. And I look forward to editing that tomorrow. You regroup, meet with our death, and there was then another very funny scene, this heated debate around the plan. Do we stay? Do we go? Our death declines your offer to leave through the portal to Harrow Heart and tells you that Drustand is close. We'll be there by daybreak. You also do decide to leave Undead barricaded in his chambers like a poor sim. It's just been abandoned.
Take away that ladder.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill him and his poltergeist. Poltergeist is going to haunt you for the rest of the adventure. The morning has arrived, though. You are rested, your spell slots are back, and you stand on the Storval stairs alongside Aradeth and 4 of the remaining mercenaries. Just for our listeners, take some of the pressure off me because of how many people are on this huge map. Jason is going to be playing the roles of Timost and Carbelda Omberon, relatives of Belinda, of course, and playing Orbanth and Velba will be Chris, just to take some of the pressure off who are fighters, I believe. Drustand arrives, and under a plume of dust, along with 30 to 40 knights on horseback in these troops. So that's going to be something we delve into a bit tonight. I did say several numbers last week. I apologise for that. But yeah, it's about 30 to 40. No, I said 60 at one point. I was
You
getting
said
carried
60.
away.
That's
Yeah,
why I
I
was
did.
like, that's like double what she predicted.
Yeah. 30 to 40. There's 60. There's a flying demon, of course.
You're just
And-
making it up.
And there is Lord Drustand in his amazing armour. And of course, right at the end of the session, he tells you he is here and specifically name checks the Deck of Destiny, whilst a familiar invisible demon I always struggle with this word. A flying demon materializes, named as Havzi, murderer of Karen Bordello and tormentor of Wilhelm Krongard.
Good thing that thing is a demon. It must have the wrong guy.
A devil, maybe. This is it, boys. Lord Drustand has arrived. Everybody, roll for initiative!
Just before we start shouting out numbers, just to clarify, Lupin prepared his talismans
Okay.
early this morning. He's given the Emerald Grasshopper, the one that lets you do a very impressive leap through the sky, to Malachi.
Okay. Yeah, so these were like part of the daily prep, right?
Yes, yeah, one of
Yep.
Lupin's feats. And he's given a Tiger Manuki to Wilhelm.
Tiger Manuki.
Yes, so
Have we had that
this-
before?
No, this is a new one. So when Wilhelm activates the tiger, the weapon gains the forceful and sweep traits on all strikes for 1 minute.
Nice.
And that is a free action when you strike with the. So you can basically, when you make your first strike, you can choose to activate it as a concentrate action.
Can you put that thing in chat, maybe?
Can you
Yes,
put them
I
all
can.
in chat.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Thank you very much.
All right, anyone else got any daily preps or anything they just want to run through before the combat starts? Any questions, anything they're not sure about before we get into this?
Yeah, Wilhelm did cast Vital Beacon on himself, so anyone who wants to can touch him for several D.
Several Ds.
Several
That's-
inches of D.
Ooh, let that hang in.
If you touch
Several
Wilhelm, you get
inches
some
of
D.
D.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
He knew what he was
Vitamin
doing.
D.
No, but yeah, for some healing. And also, I assume that he has some some of Aaron's ashen hair?
He does.
Question mark?
Fresh
Okay.
bag of hair for you.
Nice.
It would have been sad. It would have been better if you said, no, I gave it to Malachi. That would have been much better.
I would have dropped out of initiative there. He has his wings. He just flies off into the sunset.
Oh, of course. You are also in demon form, aren't you,
Tears
Bill
in
Holmes?
his eyes.
All right.
Also, our fighters, mine's got crossbows out. Would Orbenth and Velba have their weapons drawn in terms of their...
Yeah, no, I'm going to say everyone has got
longbow?
weapons drawn. Who wants one? That's
Okey-dokes.
absolutely fine. They don't have crossbows, though, Chris. They have longbows.
Longbows,
So just,
sorry, longbow. That's what I meant.
they'll be more effective on the stairs from where you
Yeah.
are.
Cool.
Ready to play some Pathfinder?
Oh yeah.
Yes!
Cue the
Yes,
music.
yes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Feeling it.
It's round 1. Is this potentially the final combat of Book 1?
Or the final combat overall, and we're all dead.
Will the GM have a screen big enough for the sheer number of combatants?
Has he
Probably
got the
not.
natural 20 unit
Module
on?
turned on. Yes, I
Module.
have. It's round 1. At the top of initiative is Aaron Spoke Point.
Top of initiative with a natural 20.
Yes.
Hey.
Treat. Okay, so instinctively, I can't remember the exact last word we left on, but I think it was clear that they were about to charge towards us and battle was about to begin.
Yes.
And so, with this sort of newfound confidence, Aaron, not even looking for reassurance from any of the others, just acts on his initiative. And he thinks to himself, if the statue's power cannot be tapped, then I'm just going to rely on what I've seen it do before. And he reaches over his shoulder, pointing at the statue which has not been destroyed. And he pulls with all of his might and yanks a chunk of the book off of the statue. This giant, how tall is this? Like 200, 300 feet, did you say?
The statue's about 200 feet, I think I said. So, yeah, the book's about, 100 feet up, something like that. Yeah, the heads were level with the entrance to the chamber.
So a giant chunk, like the corner of the book, rips off this statue and flies down, hurtling like an asteroid towards the middle of the battlefield. So hopefully it's going to catch everybody on the opponent's side, because it is a 10-foot burst. I'll just draw that on the map so we can see. Might not get everybody. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I can quite get the demon, so I'd rather aim and get the Drustand, the invisible demon, and the 2 hordes, troops, sorry. So that'll be a reflex save from all 4 of those, please.
Here come the reflex saves. The first cavalry troop gets a 23.
That is a fail.
Second one gets a 32.
That is a pass.
The Havzi gets a 22.
That is a fail.
And Drustand gets a 37.
Yep, that is a pass also.
Okay.
So pass will get half damage, but the others who failed will take full of this.
Ooh, that's not bad.
That's good.
67 points of bludgeoning damage as the book corner crashes in and leaving a big dent in the field. And obviously that does count as area damage on the troops.
Okay, Aaron, so yes, you do get to score some pretty big hits there, and especially on the northern troop. So the way troops work is they start off initially in a 4x4 square, so 16 squares. They have what's called thresholds, and they have 2. And once you cross that threshold, once their hit points go below that, the number of troops within it shrinks down. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
What Foundry can't do is I can't make them 12 squares, so I'm just kind of going to rule that the bottom 4, once it goes, is the one that disappears. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so
Makes
you
sense.
do manage to cross the first troop's threshold, and that does kill a significant number of these riders. And the way Paizo describe it is, it's lots of weaker individual enemies, but instead of having to roll initiative for 16 different horsemen, you're rolling it for one who acts as a single entity.
Makes sense.
So the southern troop did pass. You take out a good chunk of them. but they're still there. And the flying demon creature and Drustand both take damage, the relative amount. So really big first opening salvo by Aeron.
Yes, and then for my third and final action, Aeron points at Wilhelm and casts. Sorry, sorry, Malachi's just got huge on the battlefield. That's terrifying.
He points at Wilhelm. What the fuck is up with Malachi?
Okay. So for his third and final action, Aeron points at Wilhelm and casts Winning Streak.
Very
And
optimistic of you. Let's see if I can even reach them this turn.
You become quickened, and yep, there we go. That's my turn.
Thank you very much, Aeron. Causing massive amounts of damage there. And you see, it must be quite traumatic, all these dead horses with their riders sort of careening off, maimed by this huge stone book that's crashed amongst them like a meteor. Next up is Lady Aradeth, who is stood with you at the stairs. She doesn't have a huge amount she can do from this range. You see her stand tall, staff in hand, and she begins spinning it like a marionette, something like that. And out of the what's a marionette?
Marionette's a puppet.
A puppet.
Oh, yes, that's what I meant.
Gottle of gear.
Who are those people who spin the little sticks round? Like cheerleaders.
Yeah, I know what you
Spinning
mean.
it like she's not spinning it like a cheerleader. Look at her.
Spin it like it's hot.
Spinning it like a cheerleader. Yes, she is. Aradeth does so. She spins and lets out from 120 feet away a chain lightning that is going to hit all four of the creatures. Well done, Lady Aradeth. So it's going to be more reflex saves. Terrible initiative rolls for my creatures, I have to say. Here we go. Here comes the saves. I've checked this. They do only take it once.
So chain lightning basically will pass between them as long as they're within 30 feet until one critically passes.
Until one critically passes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So let me just roll the damage as well, because there's definitely some big hits in there. Oh my god, that's pretty good. 59 points of damage.
What's the DC?
DC is 34.
Oh no. Oh no.
So Drustand has failed. He's going to take full damage. Havzi has passed, takes half. The other demon did pass, the one with the big wings has passed, so takes half of that. The Northern Cavalry troop also failed, so they're going to take full damage. And they are now down to simply a 8 square, so half of what they were. I could make them a token maybe half the size, like that.
Yeah.
Easier to sort of
that looks fine, mate.
that
Yeah,
process.
that's more than good enough.
All right, so the northern one has gone down to its second threshold. There is only a few of these horsemen left now on that northern cavalry already. The southern one critically failed and is going to take double damage.
No.
And it completely
Oh my
eradicates all of the horsemen as you
Holy
see the
shit.
beam, and clearly some of the armor is being affected as the light bounces between them, the electric blast from Aradeth, and takes all of the horsemen out. They are now out of the combat.
Wow.
Jesus.
Was quick.
Lupin
Were
turns
they-
to Wilhelm and just I'm glad she's on our side.
We almost tried to kill her, man.
less of
Don't
the
tell
we.
her that.
Could learn something
Royal
from
we.
your elders, gentlemen. She has got one action left, but she is going to just move to the north a little bit. She's got a better view over the battlefield. Maybe you guys are quite high up the stairs as well, of course. So, that is her turn. It's the remaining cavalry's go, and they are going to gallop to the north a little bit. And as they do so, the remaining riders all aim their longbows and are going to fire a volley of arrows into the sky. There are far less volleys than there would have been, of course. And now that they are on their second threshold, that burst would have been 10 feet. But because there's far less of them, it now goes down to 5 feet. It's one of the troop skills.
Nice.
So I'm going to place my 5-foot burst, and we're going to get Wilhelm and Lupin, who are right there at the front. So, guys, that's going to be reflex saves, please.
That's a
Ooh.
natural 11 for 33 for me.
33 is a pass, Lupin.
That is a 34 for Wilhelm.
Also a pass, not a critical pass. So you'll take half of this damage. Half of only 21 points of piercing damage as just a few arrows left come pinging down towards you. That is the end of their turn. Next up is this winged creature. I think we did describe her last week. I'm just going to show the players the artwork again because it is super cool. This female devil-like creature with these huge black feathered wings, huge horns protruding from her head. Wilhelm looks at those and goes, that's a real horn. She flaps those wings and she elevates herself 20 feet into the air. And she has a flaming longbow in her hands. And she takes aim and launches an arrow. And she is going to aim that at Orbanth at the back of the party with the longbow.
Oh no!
With a 32 to hit, which will hit, dealing
It's me! Oh.
19 points of damage. And that is a mixture of piercing, fire, and spirit damage. Not something I don't
you
think we've
bastard.
seen yet.
You bastard.
You bastard! Oh.
Remaster damage. And we'll take a second strike at Malachi.
Fuck off.
With a natural 20. Oh,
That's
so
a
lucky on
critically
these,
hit.
Shit.
these third rolls. I've always seemed to get lucky with them.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, Malachi, here comes your critical damage from the flaming composite longbow. Oh, not huge. 42 points of damage. Again, a mixture of piercing, spirit, and fire. And that is the end of her turn, flapping 20 feet in the air.
The arrow hits.
I don't think I've put Drustand in initiative, you know.
Oh, fuck. I mean, come on, look, you had one job.
Oh, I forgot him. Right, and he rolled a nat 20.
Do you want to stick him in now, then? Just
Yep.
to keep... Yeah.
So he held his turn.
Yeah, he held his turn. He was just seeing what was up. He took a shit ton of damage because he got to stand still whilst he got fucking
Pummeled.
brutalized. Right, Drustand, seeing the chaos around him, reaches into his pocket and draws a potion, drinks it, and then begins levitating off the ground. He is now flying. He's also going to fly 20 feet off the ground as the chaos unfurls around him, just to give himself a bit of space. That brings us on to Lupin Malice's turn. Lupin, you're on the stairs, all currently pretty much unscathed.
Yes, so... okay, first things first, Lupin is going to take a look at this this flying devil, the larger one.
Yes.
And is going to attempt to exploit vulnerability.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
there's
go
I did
ahead.
check there's no range on this, so
No, I
as soon
think
as I can see them
you're a
relatively
good distance away, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's not. You would be able to kind of see
Yeah.
enough, I would say, to do that. So yeah, go ahead and roll that.
Yep, so that is... Ooh, it's a natural 3, so that's a
Ooh.
failure. Failing to recall a salient weakness about the creature, you instead attempt to exploit a more personal vulnerability. So I can just go after the personal antithesis. So I will take that, so I have the +8 for anything I do targeting her.
Okay, I will give you the name though, just because you're only one off, just so it'll help me as well.
Yep.
It is a Munagola, Munagola, Munagola.
Okay. I'm almost, because there's not actually a ton I can do. Well, a ton else I can do, so I'm almost tempted to go again, because I suspect she probably will have some weaknesses. Yeah, I'm going to try again.
Okay.
Yep. So there we go. That's better. That's a natural 12 for 36, which is a success.
It sure is.
She has highest weakness is holy of 10.
Yes. Also a new damage type, I believe.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Also has what appears to be a physical resistance, which can be bypassed by silver. So I can choose to either take the personal antithesis and exploit the holy damage, or I can choose to take the breach defenses, which is one of Lupin's feats,
Oh,
and I can
okay.
choose to bypass the physical damage.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realise it did that. So yeah, she's weak to holy damage and can resist has a physical resistance, but accepting silver.
Okay, I'm going to take the weakness for now, the mortal weakness of 10.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Yep, and then for his final action, Lupin draws a scroll.
Lupin draws a scroll. Thank you, Lupin. Next up, right next to you, is Wilhelm Krongard.
Yes.
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 How high up are we compared to the ground level that our enemies are standing at currently?
Yeah, I was trying to work this out earlier, actually. Stair combats are a pain in the arse for this, because elevation is not handled, as far as I know. It's probably maybe my understanding of it particularly well in Foundry. So if you were on flat ground, you are about 150 feet away, but you are at least 50 to 60 feet high there.
Okay, perfect. That's all I needed to know then. So Wilhelm will... he's going to, with his first action, assume a sort of defensive stance with Sidisirax, activating his dueling dance. And
Stance.
yes, and with his last two actions...
It's, every time you say it, it's so... I know it's hard to say, it really is. The dueling dance stance. Because I think, if I said it as well, it'd be the dueling dance stance.
That depends on cultural backgrounds. So
Call it the DDS.
for his last two actions, he is going to ready an action. He will ready an attack, with the trigger being an enemy entering his melee reach.
Okay.
And that will be his turn.
And what, he will hit. Is that what you're saying with Sidisirax?
Yes, he will strike. Oh, no, wait. I do have an action left because I am hasted.
You're quickened by my winning streak.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
exactly. Which sadly won't give me the opportunity to attack them, but it's fine. Wilhelm will elevate from the ground 10 feet and move 5 feet toward the enemies. So he will have, with the double movement from flying upwards, will have moved 25 feet.
Okay.
And that is his turn.
Thank you, Wilhelm. Next up, controlled by Chris Barr, is Peach Velba.
The range increments, isn't it a -2 if it goes over the range increment?
It is.
Yeah, Velma, you bastard! Well, it's got her longbow loaded, and we'll just start off taking a shot at the nearest creature to them, which would
That would be the Moonagola.
Yeah. So that's about 155 feet, so there'd be a -2 to this.
It should hopefully do it in Foundry, so if you try it and we can
Okay.
adjust if necessary, let's see what happens.
Let's try. It did do it. That'll be a massive miss with a 28.
28 is a miss.
Then... Oh, it's a reload 0. But I don't think that's a very good idea. I think Velba would try and move forwards and close the distance a little bit.
Okay.
So we'll use the rest of the movement to move forward.
All right. Thank you, Velba. Followed by Malachi Bordello.
Malachi, his eyes are glazed over, black, with his fists clenched, is going to sort of zombie walk forward.
Like the Thriller video.
I was going to say,
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Still puts him out of range, which is annoying. Channeling his inner anger and the lost sounds within him, he conjures an invisible array of people that are swirling around, making a horrendous sound of these spectral people just swirling around, shouting. They've got guitars in hand and shouting and screaming, and he unleashes this invisible orchestra 120 feet away from him as he casts Phantom Orchestra. So I believe it goes just about here, Craig. Is that right?
That's 120 feet, yep.
So it will just catch the demon.
It's a 10-foot burst, right? She's 20 foot in the air.
Oh, okay.
You are out of range.
I'll prepare it. That's fine.
Okay.
That'll be the turn.
All right, the cavalry are dead, so I'm going to remove them from initiative. And next up, controlled by Jason Jones, is Carbelda, the Magus, or Magus.
So, yeah, Carbelda is going to see what Aradeth has done. Oh, good idea, mistress. And will cast a chain lightning of her own.
Kill them.
So aiming at, I just need to check whether that, whether the little demon thing is within 30 feet of the cavalry troop. 1 second.
It's not, unfortunately.
It's not. No. Okay. So she's going to go for the three seniors, as it were.
Sure.
So the small demon Drustand and the other one whose name continues to escape me, even though you told me what it is.
Havsi and Munagola. They're not the easiest names. They don't roll off the tongue.
No. So so Carbelda sort of lifts her halberd up in the air and brings it down, and a sort of chain of crackling lightning comes out, striking the flying demon first.
Okay.
So that is a DC 30 basic reflex save, please.
From the flying demon first, the Munagola. Here comes the reflex save. I say 40.
Oh, it's a critical success, so it does no damage.
Ouch.
Yes!
Okay, and then for her third and final action, Carbelda just moves 25 feet down the stairs and takes up a position behind the spiked barricades at the bottom.
Very nice. And also in your care is Timost Omberend.
Timost was sort of preparing a chain lightning of his own, but having seen the demon just easily flap out of the way of it, he thinks twice, and he sort of catches at the corner of his eye a glimpse of Wilhelm, and he pauses for a second and just swallows, closes his eyes, and just nods, and then casts haste on Wilhelm.
I thought he was going to attack him then.
Yes! A bit of unscripted PvP.
Plot twist.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on.
Okay, nice.
So Wilhelm, I know he was quickened anyway from winning streak.
Not anymore, no.
Yeah.
So it's perfect, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so
nice.
Wilhelm is now hasted, and then for his third and final action, Timost will also move to the same position as Carbelda, but on the other side of the stairs behind the barricade.
Thank you, Jason. Very nice. It is Havsi's turn. Havsi also can fly and is going to fly up 20 odd feet to about here. Just trying to put some distance. So do I need to fly? Probably don't. No, just going to make some space. Seeing all the AoE coming in, Havsi is going to move. So he's going to fly back 40 feet. Still at ground level. Trying to put some space between it all. And you see out of one of her fingers on one of her forearms, a little red ball comes flying towards you as she lets off a fireball spell. I'm gonna kill you. Right, let's see who I can hit. Fuck. 20-foot burst. Who can I get? I can get a few of you.
I was to say, yeah, you can get quite a few here, I think.
I could probably even get Wilhelm. Yes. Okay. Fireball comes flying in. It's going to be against Malachi, Wilhelm, Lupin, Aaron, and Aradeth. Go ahead and roll your reflex saves, please.
As a reaction, as this fireball comes hurtling over, Aaron casts up a scintillating safeguard to try and mitigate any damage if anyone it does end up taking any.
Ooh, okay.
So we'll just sort the rolls, because this is...
Aradeth got a nat 20.
Hey,
she's good.
Right.
Aaron got 25.
Ooh, that's a 39.
31 for Lupin.
37 for Malachi.
Okay, so Aaron is the only one who failed. Aradeth crit pass, Wilhelm crit pass, and Lupin Malachi were both passes.
Okay, so everybody gains resistance 10 to the damage that we take as the sparkling barrier absorbs some of the flames. but the brunt does go through.
That's 32 points of
So
fire
we take
damage.
half of that and resistance 10, so that's
Yep.
6 points of damage for everyone else.
Okay.
I have resistance 13, so does that stack?
It's only the higher resistance you would
Yeah,
get.
higher resistance.
Okay.
And at the bottom of round 1, we got there eventually. It is Orbenth's turn. Back to you, Chris. Orbenth, who is the highest up on the eastern side of this enormous map.
Orban seen Velba move forward as well. I'm coming too! And we'll
Come on,
move.
then, please, hurry.
Come on, come in. And
To me, to you.
I'm so enjoying playing Orban. I've got to be said. We'll close the gap. Not quite enough, but we'll launch an arrow at the demon that is the closest to them.
That is the Munagola.
Munagola. I was struggling there for a minute. Okay. Munagola. Here we go. For a 35 to hit.
35 does hit.
Yay! Here's the damage. 16 points of piercing damage.
And you notice that, as pointed out by Lupin, that although the arrow does hit, the big feathery wings manage to shake off some of that damage, taking very little, but does
Take that, you bastard!
chip a little bit out of her. It's the top of round 2. Aaron, you are up.
Okay, so Aaron, seeing the troop that remains riding closer at the north, wants to try and put them out of commission. So looking back up to the statue that he's just broken a piece of the book off, he sees an instrument in Kazug's hand that looks like a dagger or a pen or something like that has come loose in the statue's hand. And he uses that and hurtles it forward, and it comes towards the ground like a missile at these remaining riders.
Yeah, there's not many left up there.
That will be, 1 second, a reflex save, please, DC 31.
25.
Ooh, okay, here comes the damage.
Yowza!
Ooh,
So 59 as this dagger thing lodges itself in the earth, piercing several of the horses with 59 points of damage.
Despite the horseman's best efforts to get out of the way, the missile of stone is just too big, wreaking absolute chaos and carnage as Matty Ryan personally kills many horses.
Famous vegan Matty Ryan kills horses.
all right, Charlotte Dujardin.
Has committed more animal genocide in those 2 rounds than he has in the last 10 years of being a vegan.
Fucking Dead Wings Horse Sanctuary.
And look how happy he is too. He's like, finally, meat.
And then for his third and final action, Aaron will throw up a shield because he took the brunt of that fireball, so he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to
Bombs the shield out.
get hurt as badly again.
Sure. Thank you, Aaron. Good turn. You've wiped out the cavalries. They're dead. Okay. Our death is up. And she hasn't got a ton she can actually do here. So she says, Lupin, I see that things are going rather well. I'm not particularly well versed at ranged combat. I'm going to suggest that I move up towards either Timost or Carbelda to take cover. If people come within range, I will be more effective.
Yes, agreed. I'll work with you. We perhaps as a 3 we'll have more success than we would individually.
I love working as a 3 in all areas of my life. And and Aradeth keeps along the northern edge of the wall and sneaks up behind Timost, who is also behind this barricade, trying to get a bit of cover there, and can use her twisting tree action, extending the length of the staff and giving it a bigger damage dice. Okay, let's move on to one of my more powerful creatures' turns. It is the Munagola. I shall consult her sheet. The Munagola is going to fly again to the south 40 feet, getting some distance, seeing all this AoE again coming in, and aims the longbow at Velba. Oh, actually, should roll my dice, keep it fair. I'd rather hit you guys as well.
That's totally fair. Yeah.
No, it gets Velba. Actually does get Velba.
Hey.
Okay, so it fires off another flaming arrow from this longbow. Takes aim high into the air. Oh, and misses with a natural 2. Only a 23 to hit. Screams with rage and lets out another one in quick succession, much like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Knocks the other one out of the air and does manage to get a hit on Velba. So here comes the damage as the arrow pierces just inside the armor for 15 points of damage. Not huge. Lord Drustand is next. Our death, it is not too late to lower your weapons. I will take the cards. All of you, lower your weapons now. Does anyone lower their weapons?
We've just killed 60 horses. I say we, it was mostly Aaron. But...
It would be kind of embarrassing to lower our weapons now.
Wow.
Insolent fools. And Drustand elevates himself a further 20 feet into the air. And he then draws his... Oh, he hasn't got a longbow. That's slightly annoying. There's so many with bows. He hasn't got one. Oh, fuck. What can he do?
He must have a longbow.
He's got a... Oh, no, he does have a longbow. Sorry. Yeah, it's just he's not...
I was going to say, my man.
No,
it's not.
No range weapon. Hell yeah.
In my
I'd be
defense...
Coming to a fight with a rod of wonder.
In my defense, the attack wasn't on his sheet. So he'd got the weapon, but it wasn't on his sheet. Okay, so he has got a longbow. Yes, oh, he's got a nice one as well. Okay, he draws the longbow and he takes aim at Aradeth with the longbow. Rolls to hit. With a 33 and misses.
Damn.
And that is his turn. Lupin, you're up.
Okay, so Lupin calls up to Wilhelm. Wilhelm, which one are you going for?
The one with the wings.
Doesn't narrow it down.
Whichever one of the ones with the wings I can get to the fastest.
There is only one with wings.
I thought the
flying.
swarms.
They're flying, yeah.
Okay.
No wings. I'll show the art quickly. I don't know if you've actually seen the art.
Flying
for this one,
without wings.
Yeah.
For the past
That's a
39
Westlife reference.
snippets of our adventures together, you have been gaslighting me. I have enough.
So, Lupin throws a ring up to Wilhelm and mechanically has shared weakness. So,
Nice.
Wilhelm will now take the benefits of Lupin's exploit vulnerability on
So
the
my
Moonigala.
weapons now count as what? Dealing holy damage?
Yes, dealing holy damage.
Okay, nice.
So that will effectively, I presume, just bypass the... or cancel out the resistance.
Which is perfect because I do have a silver rapier, so that works on top of that.
Wonderful. This is working out wonderfully. Okay, and then for his second and third actions, the scroll Lupin has been holding in his hands, he lifts it up and starts to read. And as he does, a very familiar-looking red spot begins to open on the ground at the feet of Drustand, and Lupin casts Fireball at Drustand's feet.
Lupin is Drustand is 40 feet in the air. Is that a problem or not?
Okay. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't actually
Just cast it
matter.
at him, I guess.
Yeah, cast it at him then. Yeah, so he's just a foot or so in front of him. This fireball. DC 32 basic reflex, please.
See him hovering there with his longbow in hand, attempts to dodge out of the way of this fireball, and rolls a 42.
Oh,
You are fucking me up with these saves.
Oh yes.
So that is that's a critical success. So he managed to fly out of the way of the fireball.
The fireball goes screeching past him, landing amongst the dead horses, and the smell of cooked meat fills your nostrils.
Lands in the Shwanti village half a mile up the road. Oops. That's turn.
We will feast on them later. Right. Wilhelm, you're up.
Yeah, Wilhelm feeling empowered by the ring that he just got tossed in his direction, will just like the day before with the flash of light disappear and reappear right behind the what's it called?
Munagola?
The Munagola. Yeah. At a height of 20 feet.
Okay.
So that will be his first 2 actions as he casts what's it called? Translocate?
Ah, yes. Yes.
Yes. And as he appears right behind her, he's he says, surprise, as he stabs at her. With a... Hold on.
Off guard to it, surely.
With a... Come on!
Ooh.
Oh, that's a natural 7 for 35.
35 is a hit, Wilhelm.
Nice.
Hey.
And as he attacks, he activates
Yes.
the Tiger Minuki.
Ooh.
So his weapon for the next 1 minute has the forceful and sweep traits. So his second strike each turn gets empowered, even more so if he attacks a different target, which in this case doesn't apply, but still. Okay, so that will be 20 points of damage. However,
Yes.
he is wielding a silver rapier, so he does bypass resistances.
Okay.
He does deal the weakness damage,
Okay.
and his rapier has a Bane rune that deals 1d6 extra damage against fiends.
Ooh.
So I will roll
damn.
that as well.
Spexy.
That is 2 extra damage.
Okay. thank you,
I'm
Wilhelm.
specialized for this, guys. I've been waiting for this the last 40 sessions.
This is the opposite of Doc, where I rolled a character that was specifically designed to be terrible in the only encounter we had.
And
It's funny because you fought demons or devils or fiends, sorry, in the very first episode.
yeah.
Do you remember?
And after that, never again. Okay, and for his 4th and final action, as that was a hit, the Munagola is now off guard until the start of Wilhelm's next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, and for his 4th action, Wilhelm will try to attack again. This time, of course, with the forceful trait, so the attack would deal 3 extra points of damage in case it hits.
Something that will be automated in the upcoming Foundry release. Oh, fuck me.
Natural 20.
Sadisarax.
This fiend is fucked. All right, Wilhelm, natural 20 is a critical hit. Of course, roll your critical damage.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That is 60 points of damage
Ouch.
plus weakness, bypassing resistances. That's not all, of course. You can add 4 damage on top of that, and 6 damage from the forceful trait on top of that. So in total, it's 70 points of damage plus weakness.
Yep, got it all.
Okay. Plus, of course. Okay, yeah, 5 damage against her armor. That doesn't matter.
No.
That is turn.
Wow. That really, really hurts the Munagola. She's flying there, but she is looking very, very unwell. There's nothing against critting flying creatures and something like that.
Not that I know of, no.
Good.
No, I
okay,
don't
let's
think
move on then. You've done enough damage as it is. Malachi, Chris, Peach Velba.
Get going, Wilhelm! And charges forward and will volley out another arrow, this time at Drustand.
Okay.
In fact, we'll move even closer, I think. Charging up for a 35 to hit.
That is a miss.
Ooh, big. And that would be Peach Velba's turn.
Thank you. Followed by Malachi.
Malachi's eyes still black, focusing in on the I can't even say it. Habsi. On the Habsi, who killed his mother, wanting vengeance, is going to step forward and then is going to move his mosh pit over towards the Habsy, which would just be about in range. And I would need a fortitude save, please, from the Habsy.
Say 34.
That is a save. They will take half of this. 9d6. That's a lot of ones in there. 24 points of damage.
So half of that would be 12.
Would be 12.
Okay.
Sonic damage as the mosh pit is screaming and playing guitars at the Habsy. And then for his final action, he will scream in the air, "We've got this! I will kill you, you Habsy bastard!" And will do that
got
in
away
a
with words, that one.
singular fashion and give everybody a +1 with Courageous Anthem.
Okay, thank you, Malachi. Carbelda and Timost will be next, who are currently behind the barricades.
Yeah, so Carbelda will look across and see that Aradeth has aligned with Timost. So we'll wait for me, Velba, and will move herself down alongside so she's stood next to Velba, and that's all 3 of her actions.
Next up, Timost.
Timost is going to turn to Aradeth. What do you want to do, milady? I can hit him with the chain lightning from here. Sorry, my voice has gone weird. I'm a bit nervous.
Why are you nervous, Timost? Get out there. Show your mettle. Show them what a blade means. Stop hiding.
Okay, milady.
It's Parker from Thunderbirds.
Marionettes.
Yes, my lady. Marionettes.
That's milady.
So Timost will use one action to move out from behind the barricades and move down the stairs so he's level with the ends of them. And then with his second and third actions, he's going to fire off his chain lightning at Drustand. So this is basic reflex save, please.
I say 30.
Oh, that is, I believe, bang on the DC.
It is
Just
indeed,
check.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it is technically a pass, but still a lot of dice being rolled.
Okay.
Oh, that's a pretty mediocre roll. That's 50 points of damage.
Timost does manage to hit Drustan with the chain lightning, dealing 25 points of electricity damage. Drustan shaking it off.
And that's turn.
It's Havzi's turn. In a flash, you see Havzi disappear and reappear directly behind Aaron and attempts to stab him in the back with the dagger.
No, it's only fair when
With
I
a
do it.
30 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
Excellent.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, sorry. Hang on. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not a
shielded,
hit.
aren't you?
I have
Yeah.
my shield up, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, okay. Manages to avoid the attack.
Sorry, I got so frightened.
Yeah. So Havzi is now teleported onto the stairs, and it is Orbant's turn at the bottom of round 2.
Orbant see that the Habsy has moved behind him somehow as the strikes hit Aaron's shield, and they're distracted and turn around, and they will shoot an arrow at the Habsy. 33 to hit.
Bang on AC, because that's with the longbow, right? So there is the
That's a longbow.
volley trait. I don't know if
Yeah, he's just outside
Oh,
of it.
okay, cool. Yeah, no, that is a hit then against Havzi.
That is 18 points of piercing. Orbent will then take another shot at them as well. Volley them in over the top for a 32 to miss, probably.
That is going to... No, that is going to hit.
Oh, excellent. Here's your damage. 23 points
Ugh.
of piercing damage. Turns to Malachi and goes, "You really want this bugger dead, don't you?" And we'll fire again. Crit fishing. Oh no, for a 27.
That is a miss. This is round 3. It is Aaron Spokepoint's turn. You have got Havzi, this 4-armed flying demon creature, behind you. What do you do?
So I like to think the only reason Aaron even knows that Havzi has appeared silently behind him is because he felt the creature stab into his magical shield, and that's the only thing that alerts him. And he whips around, sees it right in front of him, and immediately puts its hand on its chest and starts pulling, trying to rip its spirit from its body for 2 actions. So please roll a... Let me just do that. Roll a fortitude save, please.
Okay.
Fail.
Oh, that is a 21.
Oh,
That's a critical fail.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Aaron panics. It's like, rips the spirit out. Oh, that's quite low. That's 31 points of void damage doubled, so 62 points.
Aaron, describe your kill.
He rips the spirit out of the creature and its body just dematerializes, and he sees held in his hand is this kind of ephemeral mist of this awful creature's spirit, and it's squealing out like a small insect, and he just crushes it in his palm and it turns to dust.
Very nice.
Lovely.
To the north, 2 Macradis come out of the chamber.
There's your twist, Kimone. There's your twist.
Okay, and then for his 3rd and final action, having defeated this creature, he is going to start running down the stairs as well.
Thank you, Aaron. Aradeth's turn. Can see the battle is going well. Good work, Aaron. Never have I seen a demon dispatched so readily. You'd make a fine addition to the band of blades.
Aaron nods, doesn't respond in any way.
I'm still at a loss here. I'm a little far. I will push further down the stairs with my magnificent staff and open book. That's its turn.
Do you not want him dead,
That's
lady?
her turn.
Do you want him dead?
You're doing very well, Velba, yes. You're quite vocal, but you're doing very well. Now, it is the Moonagola's turn, who really has been fucked up by numerous spells and by Wilhelm, who's right next to her. Oh, what to do? She's only got her longbow out. There's not a huge amount she can do. She's going to switch the longbow and pulls out a flaming great axe.
Wilhelm gets a reactive strike from that.
I thought you might. Very limited.
Seeing her attempt to pull out her axe, Wilhelm tries to seize that opportunity and try to stab her in the shoulder that she tries to pull the axe out with. And that will be another natural 7 for 35.
35 is a hit.
So that is... hold on. With the additional damage... A total of...
38?
28 plus the weakness.
It's 10, so it's 38.
Okay, yeah, then 38 total.
Wilhelm, would you like to describe your kill?
Yes.
I kind of did already. With the rapier in her shoulder, he feels the weight of her now dead body, almost the whole weight hanging from his sword as he lowers it and lets her fall 20 feet to the ground. And with a sort of almost disappointed look, turns his attention to Drustand.
Drustand, seeing all of his allies fall dead or crushed or burned or electrocuted around the battlefield, meets your gaze, Wilhelm. You might have killed my soldiers, but I will kill you. Drops the longbow, draws a bastard sword in 2 hands, and begins flying towards you.
You bastard.
You bastard.
Let me tell you something, devil. You are no match for the unmatched, and we shall have those cards. Come, fight me, man to man. Enough magic. Lupin, you're up.
Lupin will have seen Wilhelm dispatch the Munagola and caught sight of Drustand flying across, so he will attempt to exploit vulnerability on Drustand first and foremost. So that that's a natural 12, so that's a success. He has no mortal weakness or resistance, so we'll take the personal antithesis, and then Lupin will sort of close his eyes and throw a small handful of powder from one of his pockets in the air, and the ring that he gave to Wilhelm previously will glow blue, and mechanically I've again shared that weakness with Wilhelm.
Oh, nice.
And then for third and final action, Lupin will set off running down the stairs. Okay. That actually only applies when you're showing a mortal weakness. You can't actually use it with. You can't actually use it with personal antithesis.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay. That's fine. I will just. I'll eat that action.
Every day's a school day.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want to run further down the hill, something like that, whatever you want to do.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. If you're happy to allow that.
Yeah. Lupin would know.
you.
Jason does. Jason's stupid.
Yeah,
but
Jason's a fucking idiot, but Lupin's quite smart. So yeah.
That's not true.
Okay, that brings it on to Wilhelm Krongaard's turn, who is about 20 feet in the air, 20 feet below Drustand, who is just above him, sort of maybe 30 feet away, something like that.
Yes. Wilhelm meets Drustan's gaze and says, I accept, as he flies up 15 feet and toward Drustand 10 feet. That would take him 2 actions?
Yeah, probably.
With a speed of 30?
To get up to his level, yeah.
So then Wilhelm still has 2 actions left. I think, both of which he's just going to use to try to strike first.
Okay.
So, that first roll is a natural 14 for 42.
42 is a hit.
Nice. Very average damage. That is 21 points of damage.
That all seems to go through Wilhelm. As your blade connects with the armor of Drustand, he almost smiles at you. And he says, How dare you attack me, Lord Drustand of the Unmatched? You will kneel before me. And uses an ability called Iron Command, where he is basically commanding you to kneel before him in obedience. You have 2 choices. You can choose to drop prone as a free action, or you can refuse.
Seeing as I am 40 feet above the ground, I think I'm going to refuse.
As you do so, you feel this bolt of pain shoot through your mind as you resist the command, taking 13 points of mental damage and persistent evil damage from now on.
Ooh, that works. Okay. And, Drustand is now off guard until the start of my next turn.
Got it.
And for his last action, Wilhelm will attempt a feint. So that's another one of his overextending feints to try to debuff him. So that will be 39.
And that's against, is it perception?
Perception DC.
Perception DC, okay.
Yeah, that is a success, Wilhelm.
Okay, so his next attempt to attack Wilhelm will be at a -2.
Okay, got it.
That is turn.
So you take that 5 persistent spirit damage also, and you can roll your recovery check from the Iron Command.
Oh, that's a 2.
Okay. Next up is Velba.
You'll not get the cards! And...
You know nothing of the cards. Pathetic peon.
Love the enthusiasm from this one.
Yes, I'll be having a word after the combat, Lupin.
Aradeth, why are you speaking bad of me? I'm doing good here.
You have to earn your lines, Velba.
I'm stuck to you like flies to
Give
horse
this one,
shit.
he's had a hard fight.
Right, hit him then. Prove your worth.
We'll move forward, and we'll. I will. As launches to 28.
Pathetic. You see the arrow go flying over his head.
We'll go again.
Even worse.
I'll get him soon.
You've shot me, you idiot, right in the foot.
Turn.
Thank you. Malachi.
Malachi, we're again still seething with sort of angry energy. Moves forward 25 feet. Is still screaming his courageous anthem, moving forward, and will move his invisible screaming mosh pit down towards Justin. And I require it's Phantom Orchestra, a fortitude save, please.
Fucking spell. Fucking hate this spell so much. 30.
Just on the DC for a save, so we'll take half of this sonic damage. Oh, some sixes in there. 30, so that would be 15.
Okay.
And that would be my turn.
Thank you very much. Carbelda, Jason, near the bottom of the stairs.
So Carbelda will, as sort of Velbra has run past shouting things, will roll her eyes slightly. For God's sake. And
For God's sake.
we'll roll away down to the bottom of the stairs and we'll aim a spell at Drustand.
Okay.
Carbelda is going to cast Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost, okay.
Yes, so this is just a level 6 cantrip, range of 120 feet, which should be well within range.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is an attack roll against Drustand's AC. Natural 3 for 26.
That is a miss.
It freezes one of Velba's arrows as it goes flying past.
It hits Wilhelm, it hits the sword. Oh, God.
And that is turn for Carbelda.
Okay, that's Timos then.
Timos is going to just put the halberd on his... Well, I'm not going to put it on his back, but he's just going to grab it in one hand and just literally run down the stairs for 75 feet. And just get about 10 feet past Carbelda and Velbra and just be... I'm coming, Belinda. I haven't said that for a while. Oh, no.
God. It's like bloody... I can't even think what it's called now.
Carry on.
Carry on, yeah, that's what I was going for.
Carry on.
Yeah.
It is like a carry on.
Carry on up the stairs.
That's Benny Hill. But okay.
They were all of the same. They were all of an ilk.
Are all the same VHSs.
That's Timos's turn.
Thank you. Finally, Orbanth. Silent Orbanth.
Orbanth runs up and we'll try and fire an arrow at Justin.
Okay.
32.
I see you've been taking lessons from Velba. No, that is a miss.
Orbanth says nothing. That's Orbanth's turn.
Aaron, top of round 4. You are about, 50 feet up the stairs? More, actually, 70 feet. So you are still firmly up there. You've got a really good view, though, of the battlefield. You can see Wilhelm and Drustand doing battle in the skies 150 feet away. What do you do?
So Aaron sees everybody in front of him is making their way towards Drustand and Wilhelm, who are fighting in the air, and he teleports ahead of the pack 110 feet.
Woo!
Or 115, appearing right here. So that's casting Translocate for 2 actions. And then looking up at Drustand, and bearing in mind Aaron is not trained in intimidation, but he says, Lord Drustand, your troops are defeated. You've lost. Surrender now. You don't have to die here. We will let you live if you surrender. And he tries to demoralize him.
Give yourself a +1.
Thank you. I'm going to need it because Aaron's not very good.
Too far, apparently.
Too far.
Ooh, yeah.
It's too far to hear me.
40 feet up.
Okay, that's
40 feet above the ground.
okay.
yeah.
That'll just be a flavor shouting up. Maybe he can't hear me, and yeah, that's it.
What did you say down there?
Oh, nothing.
Can't hear you.
Hey, eyes up.
You, demon, did you hear what he said?
No idea. Don't care right now.
He looks weak anyway. Ignore him. Thank you, Aaron. Good turn. I
Do
did
not
like
speak
that.
about
I did
my
like it. It was a
wife like
shame
that.
he was too far, but it was good.
I think it's
Aradeth.
like kind of in keeping, though. It's like what you would do.
Yeah. Aradeth, Lupin, Malachi, do you think that Wilhelm has this?
Well, if you can buff him anyway, might be good.
Wilhelm is a fearsome fighter. I do not know enough about Drustand to be able to comment, but I have to say, if there was anyone I wouldn't want to go hand to hand with, Wilhelm would be very near the top of the list.
I shall get a little closer to the action just in case. Again, I'm almost within range, but I'm loath to interfere. My spells have quite a wide effect on them. It's difficult for me to target only Drustand in the combat. And she pushes forwards, but doesn't do anything else. It is Lord Drustan's turn. Toe to toe, 40 feet above the air with Wilhelm Krongard. Bastard sword in hand. In 2 hands, in fact. Looks you 5 feet away, Wilhelm says, "You had your chance." And swings down with the bastard sword. Come on, Justin!
At a -2.
At a -2.
Come on, roll like shit, man. Do it.
Is he holding his lyre? No, he's not.
Twats him over the head with a guitar.
Plot
Honky
twist,
tonk
he's a
man.
bard. He has a beautiful singing voice. Always one of your many talents, Drustand. I shall miss your songs by the fire. Right, here comes the bastard sword at -2, but two-handed against Wilhelm Krongard. I really need a good roll here. I really need a good roll here. Oh, it's not bad. 38 to hit.
You did already apply the -2?
I did apply the -2, yes.
That hits.
Yes! Okay. So he used his first action to smite you. I believe that's going to be sorted or changed in the remaster, coming out very soon for champions. He is a champion. And but we'll deal extra damage. Here comes the damage.
Does that have the interact trait or the...
It does not. No, it's a verbal. 43 points of damage.
Not bad. Most of that goes through.
Mix of slashing and fire. Do you yield?
Try again.
I will. Swings again with the sword. Come on, nat 20. Oh, 32 to hit.
That misses. Sort of turns his body to the side as the bastard sword cleaves down next to him, missing him narrowly.
Sort of grunts in dissatisfaction. Bastard sword swings wildly and misses on the second attack, looking maybe with slight desperation in his eyes. That brings us to Lupin Malice.
So yeah, Lupin's going to move another 50 feet down the stairs, and then he's going to shout up to Wilhelm. Wilhelm, do you have dark vision?
No.
Fuck.
I think. Let me check real quick in my character sheet.
You have low light vision.
I do have low light vision. I did not know that. Thank you, Malachi.
Bollocks, there goes that plan.
Idiot.
Okay, in that case, yeah, Lupin will spend his third action moving another 25 feet, so he's alongside Aaron.
Okay. Is that turn?
And that's turn, yeah.
Wilhelm, you're up.
Yes. For his first action, Wilhelm will try to make a counterattack against that missed swing that Drustand attempted against him with a...
Oh, I hate it when Common Worlds dice on a hit.
Natural 5. I'm going to re-roll that since I have 2 hero points.
Okay.
Yay! Natural 5 incoming.
At best.
Yeah, yeah.
That one.
Natural 10! Whoa! That's a 38 to hit.
38 does hit, Wilhelm.
Ooh, far below average. Still 16 points of damage. And now Drustand is off guard again.
Okay. And again, he says, I told you, kneel before me.
I will take the damage, sir.
Okay. 16 points of mental damage as you feel this command rip through your skull.
I've had worse things trying to intrude my mind as he tries to stab again.
I don't want to know.
Natural 2, come on, man. Yeah, no, that's 25 to hit.
Yeah, that is miss.
Yeah. Let's crit fish. Third attack. Natural 4. What is going on right now, man? A 5, a 2, and a 4. Okay. And for his last action, Wilhelm would like to, from the energy that he sort of built up in the morning, he tries to tap into that and heal himself for 4d10.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, that also heals any persistent damage or only persistent bleed?
Healing wouldn't... I don't think healing...
Yeah, no,
healing
it
doesn't
doesn't
just
mention
stop it. You have to, I think, for
Isn't
bleed,
it if you
it's
feel up to full, isn't it?
heal up to
Right?
full. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Or if you staunch the
But I'm-
bleeding somehow.
Okay, Wilhelm does heal for 26 health,
Okay.
not damage. And that is his turn.
Thank you, Wilhelm. So, yeah, a couple of bits of persistent damage coming for you. That's 5 points of mental, 3 points of bleed, and you'll get 2 recovery checks.
So for the spirit damage, that's a 19.
Annoying.
And,
It is, isn't it, Craig?
See how it
yeah,
feels.
it's really annoying.
See how it feels.
and for the bleed, that is another 5.
Yes.
I really wanted that 19 to hit, man. Ah.
Next up is Velba.
Sorry, Aradef, I'm gonna go again. I'm just kidding.
Like,
Shh.
Yes.
Unload. For a 34 to hit.
That's a hit. You see the arrow connect with Drustand.
Oh god, that's good damage. Oh, that's not though. 15 points of damage.
Okay, thank you. All seems to
Piercing.
go through.
I'm going to natural 20, a 30 to hit.
That's a miss. Velba just pinging off all these arrows.
Yeah, just volleying them. And a natural 4 for 15.
You hit me again.
Sorry!
Malachi at the back of the pack. Go on, Kamo.
Wasn't Verba also the one that when we first fought on the stairs, who just kept firing too many arrows?
Honestly, who knows, Kamo?
I'm playing it. Come on, I'm playing it as it's
You're
intended.
playing into it, man. I
Playing
love
it as the DM wanted it.
oh, God.
All right, Malachi, what you got?
Malachi rushes down the stairs, still shouting his courageous anthem, and will sustain his spell. I need a fortitude save, please.
That's a 33.
That is a pass. Here's the damage. That's better. 41 points of sonic damage as the mosh pit with the guitars in his ears, ringing around.
Sounds like a very, very dangerous mosh pit with everyone with guitars.
Jesus, yeah. Doing the
And
old
that is-
swinging it around the world.
Yeah.
That's Malachi's turn.
All right, Carbelda.
Carbelda will sort of dodge out of the way of a couple of the arrows from Velva, some of the wilder ones, and will move up so she's within sort of 10 feet or so of Lupin. Check, Mr. Malice, I hope you're a better shot than Velva, and casts haste on Lupin,
Ooh.
and that is her turn.
Okay, thank you. And also Timost follows. All now right at the foot of the Storval stairs. You can see blood dripping from wounds, both from Wilhelm and from Drustand.
Timost will just move to the side a little bit to try and get a better angle on Drustand, and will fire off another ray of frost. Which is
Okay,
again,
roll
that's
to hit.
Yeah, that's targeting AC. So this is. That is a natural 20.
Hey.
Running better than his wife.
So, hey,
Sister as well. Yeah, natural 20 is a critical hit against
It
Drustand. This could be bad.
so takes double damage and a 10-foot status penalty to speeds for one round.
God,
It is only a cantrip, so this isn't going to do a huge pile of damage.
Okay, roll that damage for me.
That's not bad. 21 points of damage.
Doubled.
Doubled, yes. So double that, yep.
Really,
42.
really, really hurts Drustand. Wilhelm, you see, just as that cold hits it, the armor begins to like crack and freeze and falls off in flakes as he's heavily breathing, little bit of blood coming from his mouth. Orbanth.
Finish him, Wilhelm. Finish him like you finished my wife.
Too soon.
It's only been 34 sessions, man. You can't do that.
Rightio! Pinging another arrow, coming your way. 31 to hit.
It's a miss.
And another one as he moved forward. Oh, rolled off this 19.
Also
and
a miss.
3, and that is Orbent's turn.
Thank you very much. Drustand is at death's door. Aeron, you're about 60 feet away, down on the ground below where this battle of the skies is taking place. What do you do?
Yeah, so hearing Lord Drustand sneer down at him and say he looks weak, Aeron musters all of the energy and just says to himself, "Today's the day, Lord Drustand. Your future unravels." And shoots forward. An unraveling blast. He needs to roll a will save.
All right, Aeron, here comes Drustand's will save.
Come on.
36.
Is a pass, but he's going to take half of this mental
Fuck
damage.
him up, Aaron. Fuck him up. Fuck him up, Aaron. Fuck him up.
Ooh.
That's 57 points halved.
Aeron, would you like to describe your kill?
Yeah, so the green blast hits Drustand and he starts flickering and juttering like he's glitching out as different versions of Drustand are blasted into oblivion, leaving just a hollow shell of a dead man that falls out of the air and lands on his neck.
The body of Drustand hits the floor. The battle is over. You are out of combat, and you all level up. And the curtain comes down. Yeah, you did it, boys. You did it. You gotta win.
Excellent.
And there was no twist.
You've been listening to Describe Your Kill, The Death of Destiny. Find out more at describeyourkill.com. Thank you to Paizo, Michael Gelfi, Creator Chord, Sirenscape, Kevin McLeod, Foundry, and Sigil Services. Get all the links on our website. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.